Oh, good. Well, hey, we'll get this off the ground, but good morning, guys. Great to see you. Happy Saturday. And we're counting down the days because we are just a couple weeks away. I mean, how many days are we now from the Connect event in Gold Coast? It's what?
Two,
Uh
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Really? That reminds me, I think I need to check. I might need a passport thing or something. So I'm gonna write that down. I need to make sure. Okay, that would be
You'll
bad,
need
right?
a visa. You have to have a visa to get
I
into
need
Australia.
I need a visa. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I
Don't
need
leave it to the last minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that today. I just wrote
Today,
that
yes,
down. So I'm glad we're doing
absolutely.
this call to remind me that it is. So anyway, I'm assuming everything goes well. Um, gosh, what do we do a couple weeks before an event? And I know a lot of you already going. I was chatting with Rick and Janine, and they showed me the whole list, and I'm like, wow, this is going to be a really, really great representation. And I believe it's going to be a catapult out into the next season. And events change the game, you know? So we just came off of our Destin event. And just to tell you what we saw over here, my dog's super excited as well, too, is we have already seen, I think our event was just 2 weeks ago, but already there's record breaking weeks. Already right after the week after the event, there were people going director and senior vice president and officer, and like people were just running like crazy because these events just, if you know what they do for you, but you also know how to strategically leverage them, then you're going to be able to capitalize from that as well too. You know. So one thing I always think about is this, and Rick and Janine, let me know if you guys want to chime in on anything. Like, what's on your guys' hearts and minds right now? You're a couple weeks away. This is your first, I think, your first Connect event for you guys, right? For Partner Co.
Absolutely. So, first Connect event is something it's hard to describe actually because we realized very early on in this industry the power of events. I think the very first event we went to a long time ago in this industry was 7,000 people in one room. And we had never seen anything like that. And the memory of that has stuck with us and driven us through this industry for, well, a long time,
Wow.
35 years. And so it's that important. You know, when you're still around 35 years later, it's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? I mean, and I can clearly remember the power of that event and what it drove us and where we've ended up as a result of it. And then every subsequent event to the point where I think they've now become like this fun part of us being able to reconnect with friends and people that we've met along the way. And they certainly do support your action. It's just a tremendously powerful thing. It has been for us most certainly, and we highly recommend if you haven't been to one.
Yeah, I think it's for me, it was that belief. Like you look at all these people and you go, if they, if, you know, they all there and they're all.
I'm not the only stupid one.
Yeah, exactly. That was exactly my thoughts. It's got to be real there.
Yeah, it's the rest of the world, not us.
Yes.
But isn't that so true though? Like because you meet like-minded people and nothing, I mean, in our personal lives, isn't it? Nothing more exciting than hanging around like-minded people who want to progress, have a bit of a go, have a crack. Really powerful chance to do that.
Huge. Absolutely. And can't wait to hang out with you guys. I feel like we've already hung out, but we haven't yet. So we're going to be meeting a lot of you guys for the first time, and you guys are meeting each other for the first time, and the rest of the Partner Co family that's going there as well too. So there's so many things. And if you don't have your ticket yet, I want to encourage you. If you're on this call, you don't have a ticket, I want to challenge you to grab your ticket. We need to figure out a way. And especially, you know what I've realized? It's the ones that you feel like you can't make. Maybe finances are hard right now. Maybe timing is just really hard. Maybe you have a lot of family things going on. One thing I've learned is the events that you feel like you can't make are the ones you need to make, because that's when you get the biggest transformation. In fact, even for me, I was sharing this in Destin, but it was because of an event that I went to in 2020. I was this close to quitting network marketing for forever. I was burned. I was tired. I was just like, I'm not going to do this anymore. but I decided to reluctantly go to an event, and dang it, it worked. And it got me inspired and fired up. And that's why we're here right now. But that's the one that you need to go to. And that's also one that you need to bring someone to as well. I'll share another thing as well. We'll talk about equip you guys for the event to move and explode out of it. But one other thing I've seen, I'm sure Rick and Janine, you guys have seen this in your career. Jody's seen this. Fina went to her last Connect event. Fina, when you have some time, I'd love to hear your feedback on the last Connect event. But I always notice there is always a story of somebody that gets started in the last weeks, brand new, don't know what Partner Co is, don't know network marketing, and they just decide to go to an event. And that person explodes. I see that happen every time. This last event 2 weeks ago, we had a teammate that got started 2 days before the Connect event. Heard about it, decided to book their airfare, went to the event. Right afterwards, exploded their business, getting promoted left and right. Their team is on fire. And we're like, there's that person. So who here would love to either be that person or have that person in your team, right, in the next couple of weeks? Like, so be expectant of the next person that there is. So I actually want to ask, and we can talk about this more if you want as well too, because I'm thinking like how else I want to double the amount of people that we have going. I want you to have more people that are going. It's going to be such a big party. So the thought was this, Rick and Janine, if there's a horrible idea, let me know. But we have a couple Saturdays left together, right? And I want to make sure every single one counts. But an idea is next week, and you guys let me know if this is a horrible idea. Would it be helpful at all if we did a prospect presentation? We allowed it. Rick and Janine, let me know what you think.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it is beautiful timing to be able to do it. It's something that we don't do a lot of in Partner Co. So therefore, it's something out of the ordinary that we can really promote and work with. It's also a fantastic chance to follow up people that you've had some interactions with, to give them another chance to jump in and experience and see who we are and get a sense of this organisation and what's possible and our amazing products. So absolutely love the idea.
Perfect.
Yeah, and even people that, you've had contact with ages ago, or they might even be just using the products, but haven't, really jumped in yet.
Yeah, perfect. Love it.
Okay, sounds good. So team, if anyone feels this is a horrible idea, let us know in the chats and I won't hate you. We like honesty. Or if you like this idea, like give me a wave or put a yes in the comments below. Because if we're going to do one, we want to make sure it is massively successful. Right? So, okay. And I will tell you, this is what we did. So some of you may see, but we have in our boards now, we have a whole boards of what we call a drop talk. And when we went to Destin, we love taking notes on success, right? One thing that we noticed was what's helping a lot of people that like the teams that are moving the fastest are getting in front of new prospects as close as possible all the time. And the more presenters you have, the more information you give out, the more success you're going to have. So a lot of teams have been doing these drop talks. They call it drop talk. So it's basically a presentation with the product, and then we upsell the business. Well, we came back with that, and we put together some resources on the drop talk. We have some slides. You guys can use this. We actually have it for the day and night drops as well, too. So you can absolutely make a copy on slides. You can present this anywhere that you want. We have the North America drops, but we also have your drops as well, too. And we decided to start doing a weekly drop talk. Last week, we did our first one, packed the lines. We had like 100 people on the line. And so many new customers came out of the talk. But you know what was surprising, though? Because obviously, if you get people from the product, who here knows the products are going to sell? Like people just love them, right? But what was surprising, Amelia Harper, She brought a prospect on that was only interested at first in the drops, but ended up upselling them to start as a brand partner at Ultimate. Guys,
Wow.
yeah, I know, right? That's like, they weren't even expecting to join a business, but it's the way that we do it. It's like not salesy. It's not very, like that network marketing factor thing. But they just saw the value. They're like, why not? So they made over $500 in one day and found an amazing partner who here would love to make $500 in a day just by bringing someone onto a call, right? So we know the power of these drop talks, and we have so many stories, and we'll highlight you guys and everything. We'll figure it out, but let's call that then. Next Saturday, this same time, this same link, we will do our first ever collaborative drop talk. It's 30 minutes. It's very punctual. It's very fun, very quick, to the point. Bring all your prospects, bring all your customers, bring all your partners, bring every single person. And what's the goal from there? I'll tell you my goal. My goal is that we not just enroll people, but we enroll people that go to Gold Coast. So I'm going to promote that. We're going to promote that hardcore. We're going to like make sure to drive that. In fact, Fina, I'll have you share on the drop talk. Well, of course, talk about the product, but the event itself as well too, because Fina went to the last Connect event. So and we'll have some really cool things. But Fina, give us a little sneak peek. Like, you went to your first Connect event this last year. Now in the Partners Council. Now also, I don't know if I'm able to share at all. Did they tell you if they can share things about the event, Fina? Like, do we have the okay to talk anything about the event? Like, you're on mute right now.
Some of the things that have already been advertised, I think you
Okay.
can, about our guest speakers and who's
Okay.
coming. All that is out in the open, I guess.
Okay. Well, I'll ask for forgiveness later. So if I'm wrong, then Alana can, I'm sorry, Alana. So Fina, Jody, I'm pretty sure Rick and Janine, and let me know if that's incorrect because I just don't know the agenda, are speakers at this event. So we're going to have our own people representing and doing some amazing things. Jody, are you excited to be able to speak at this first event?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure what I'm going to say yet.
Perfect.
And I was just thinking about it this morning. And so Fina's going to be on the same panel. So that's exciting. And another lady who messaged me this morning and that I haven't met. But yeah, just make sure you send me the questions so I know what I'm talking about.
Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just make a complete surprise so no one knows what to expect.
Sometimes I'm good if I can wing it, I suppose, because then it's kind of less pressure. You just be yourself. And I think for me, I like to just be myself because then people, I suppose, can see that I'm just a normal person. And, if I can do it, anyone can. So, because sometimes you do see people in panels and up on stage and you think, oh, they're so much different than me, or, they're a bit out of my league. I know that's how I felt in the past. And I just try and be myself, stay at home mum that's kind of made it work. So, yeah.
Perfect. Okay. It's going to be a fun panel. It's going to be fantastic. So can't wait.
I think we'll be okay, right? Because James has got us in a group and you'll guide us, because I think it's important that we come prepared, because it's not an everyday thing. It's a Connect event. And we are going to have a lot of new people there. So we have to be prepared. That's me,
We got it.
It's good to be impromptu in casual meetings, but in meetings of that caliber, where Darren and John might, hear things that are being said, and we want to be purposeful in what we say.
It's going to be good. We got the Jody spontaneity. We got the Fina preparedness, and we're in the middle somewhere. So it's going to be amazing. This is going to be fantastic. So you don't want to miss that. You don't want your people to miss that. Get them in front of these guys. It's going to be so much fun. So can't wait to have that. So Fina, are you down to speak on next week's drop talk?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just let me know what you want me to talk on. Yes.
Awesome. Sounds good. We'll figure it out. Perfect. And Rick and Janine, I actually don't know the agenda. I was just assuming you guys are speaking somewhere. You guys are speaking somewhere, right?
Yeah, we're very fortunate to have a bit of time. Our intention is to bore everybody stupid for about 2 hours. We've got a tiny little section, yes, in the first day.
1 minute for me
and yes, it'll be
10 for
it'll
him.
be fun. Can't share the topic though because it's a complete secret. Very
Absolutely.
high level.
Can't wait. I want to know. Who here wants to know what they're going to talk about? You know, if you're nice enough, they might share of it.
Oh no, we'd have to.
Yeah, exactly. We need to stay alive until at least after Connect. So give it some time. But anyways, guys, it's gonna be so much fun. But we need to make sure that we get you and your people there, and it's going to be absolutely worth it. Because if what happened after Connect in Destin happens at all, as I know it's going to happen in Australia, it's going to be crazy the next 90 days afterwards. And we already have some ideas already in mind. So anyhow, next week, drop talk. Here's my challenge. Are you guys okay with the challenge? Here's my challenge. I want to challenge every single one of you to confirm 10 people by next Saturday to be on that call. Okay. Confirm 10 people. And the reason why I say 10 is that is a good number that you will get a result. If you confirm 10 to come on the call, half of them probably won't make it because life happens. My internet didn't work. It's 42 degrees. My phone broke, right? I dropped it in the toilet, like whatever, right? So if half of them make it, 5 make it, you're going to probably get at least 1 customer and then one of them being a brand partner. You're going to get results from that. Okay. So I would challenge you to bring 10 minimum, whoever has to be. Bring your mom, bring your cousin, bring your best friend, bring whoever that it is, your customers, your follow-ups, whatever. Just make sure that they come on and they're aware of it. Okay. If you're open and willing to receive that challenge, a 10 minimum for next Saturday, put a 10 in the comments below. I'm telling you, I will promise you it's going to transform your business. It's going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to walk out being like, I'm glad that I put in that effort. Okay. And there's so many different people that need that, you know? Yeah. You play the numbers game, it's going to work. So Cindy's got it and Tessa's got it. Come on. Jody, I think she left off a 0 because Jody's going to do 100, right? Knowing how she is. So anyways, Jody has a separate Jody challenge. Rick and Janine, Colleen, so proud of you guys. And it's going to be a huge opportunity. Yeah, exactly, right? So we'll definitely do that. Now, with that though, there are some things that are important as we're driving towards this event. I'm going to share with you guys a training that we did that I've been through a lot of training in my career, and I love learning things that really work. But there was something that was shared by Cindy McKnight and Lindsay Yoakum. If you know their background, they built an organization of 25,000 people, did $60 million of sales revenue, massive duplication. And they taught us some simple tips on what to do with your social media around an event, whether you're going or if you can't go for whatever reason. But they shared with us some tips on things to do I've never heard about, that if you do these things during and right after the event, you're going to go on a recruiting spree. Who here would love if during and after the event, you have a lot of new partners joining your business, like the biggest ever? So I'm going to share that link here with you guys, and this will be homework for you guys to watch. I'm not going to play it today just for sake of time, and I'll drop it in the team chats. So we did a call, and you can like fast forward to when they actually shared the tips and everything. But I have never heard those things before. But when I heard it and we implemented it, I'm telling you, I saw the results happen. But here's the philosophy behind it. You want to always think, how do I build up curiosity and intrigue for what you have? This business is part attraction. You want to learn how to master marketing. Remember, network marketing, there's 2 words. Network, so you got to work it. And then there's marketing, right? Marketing is a skill. Marketing is the art of having someone start to look and ask you on what you're doing. And what's great about Partner Co. is that they already do a phenomenal job with the corporate marketing. But what we need to do as partners is how do we market on our end to bring the people that uniquely are called to us? Okay. So there's some really important tips there that are going to show you how to drive a lot more action. It's things that you can start doing right now, actually, to start getting some attention and curiosity for people to start asking you the things that you are doing. All right. So, an example. Has anyone here shared with your network recently that you're going to Gold Coast, for example, that you're going there in the next couple of weeks? Who's out there, right? You make a post. Hey, I'm taking a trip out to Gold Coast in a couple of weeks. Who's there? Or any recommendations, right? You can start making these simple posts and you can get people even locally in that area to start to comment. Other things you might consider, you could even, if you wanted people on Gold Coast, look at a Facebook group and you can look up Gold Coast and look up on Facebook. And there's a lot of groups that deal with Gold Coast. So you can start making some connections, making some friends there. Some of these people you might even be able to bring down to the event itself as well too. All right. So start thinking about opportunities that you can use and drive towards. Okay. So for the remaining amount of time, I don't want to like redo a training that's done way better by Cindy and Lindsay. So homework, who here's committed that you'll watch that training within the next couple of days? Like it's so good. I don't get impressed by trainings often because I've been in so many, or I don't hear many new things that actually work. This one, I was like, wow, it's genius. And it's a lot of fun as well too. Okay. But Rick and Janine, I'd love to toss it back to you for now. Are there any specific questions or things that you think need to be addressed with the remaining amount of time that we have, or anything on your heart you want to address to us?
Thanks, James. Love the idea of the build-up. The event is not just about the event. Our internet's very sluggish, so I might just turn our video off while we share. That's okay.
Yeah. No
yeah. So the idea of starting a couple of weeks before the event, wow. I mean, so powerful, and we appreciate you rocking our world, but we do need to. That's a fantastic piece of advice. And then also, to stay with and work through after the event. But also one of the big things that for me, particularly as a baby boomer who hasn't been used to this at events over our 35 years, the digital world, technology wasn't around. So if anybody's in the same space and you're completely embraced in this, I would urge during the event, the opportunity to be able to get hold of content that you can utilize maybe for the rest of the year. So certainly beforehand and during, but for example, taking photos with Mr. James Zeng, one of the things that I'm personally really looking forward to is being able to have a photo with James, and then being able to share this new friend that we have on the digital world. It's a fairly simple example, but I think things like that are really something that I personally have to really engage in and now think, okay, this is where the business has massive power. So don't miss that opportunity.
Yeah, I just want to say I have watched that training, James, and it is absolutely amazing. And I think if my memory is correct, they talked about making a list of all the people that you actually wanted to have your photo with, and so that before you go, so that you don't miss anybody, and and using them for the whole year, like getting so many posts and videos and things over the weekend and having a goal for all that. So yes, it's absolutely incredible.
And also, if you just definitively cannot get to the event, it doesn't mean you can't utilize the event. It's still part of our team operations and organizations. There'll be lots of activity around on it. So work hard at being able to leverage on that. If you know someone who's going, share their story, share their journey. So really work hard at leveraging off the event in every way possible, even from home.
Yeah, I just wanted to say too, like Jodie and I did that post about going to planning our trip the other day, and the amount now the amount of engagement that we've had on that post and views is just incredible. So that's what James is talking about. That's what he's talking about going to the Gold Coast.
Yeah. So again, even if you're not there, you know, the Janine and Jody are not in Langkawi yet. It's only the thought. It's just thinking about going there, or I'd like to go there, or well, we're planning. And that's astounding. Like the feedback, the response has just been astounding. So yeah, so we're really looking forward to everything this can bring, a life-changing moment for a lot of people, I think, James.
Come on. Here we go, guys. Well, we got the systems in place, the strategies in place. Watch that training and way to take action on it, Janine. I'm just so inspired watching Janine's journey on social media. She's just leaning into it, having fun, figuring it out, and it's working, you know, and that's really the big key right there. So with that said, next Saturday, 10 people at least. Let's pack this out. Let's take full advantage. We'll get a flyer up ASAP. We'll confirm who we'll have on and everything. Same link as this, same password as well too. And we promise it's going to be fun, impactful, and you're going to have an incredible, incredible event. But Fina, last question. So if you're someone on this line and you've been considering this Connect event and you're teetering on it, you're like, I don't know if I should go. Maybe I want to. I don't know if I can afford it. Like, I don't know. What would you say to that person?
I would say that the investment in your time and resources that you would put in would be way less than the benefits that you would reap from it. Because everyone that has gone to the event, like for example, my husband had not been to an event before Connect, and I told him about Amsterdam, but he doesn't have the experiential, you know, it's experiential communication. I'm telling him, I don't know if you can see me because I can't.
Can't see you right now, but that's okay.
Yes, but it's different when the person is there listening and having this tangible touch with all of our brand partners that he only sees on Zoom. And so he left the Connect so pumped up, so excited that he's decided to come to Dallas this time around.
Wow. Come on. Let's
It's amazing. Yes.
From a non-traveler to a world traveler. That's what I'm talking about. Good. Yeah. Perfect. Well, that's what we need to do. Right? And that's why we want every single one of you there and help you bring people there as well too. Fina, thanks for sharing. Awesome, everyone. Hey, well, stay tuned in the chats. I'll reshare that training link into the chats as well too. And then we'll have that flyer up very soon for next Saturday as well. Super proud of each and every single one of you. So excited, counting down the days to go hang out with all of you as well too. Thanks for having us again. Thanks for spending some of your Saturday with us. Feel free to unmute yourself